Welcome to Yeshua Kids Garden.
Hello and welcome to Yeshua Kids once again, and it's Fortune, and I'm here with a new guest, and as always we're going to allow our guest to introduce herself. So thank you for being present today, and the floor is yours. Thank you.
All right, thank you for having me here. My name is Victoria Akona Opara. I'm the CEO of BUJ Travel and Tours Limited. I basically am living in France, but I'm from Nigeria, of course. And I have business both in Nigeria and also in France. I don't know what else you want me to talk about, but
I think as an introduction, that's
that's
fine.
an introduction.
Okay. So I think you will have an opportunity to tell us more during the interview. So, as usual, we want to, as we discussed, this is a journey. So we want to know how you started, and the whole idea of this initiative is basically to give people an idea of businesses and where to go and what directions to take. So we have a bunch of questions, and I feel that this would cover a series of sessions. So this will be our first part. So the first question I would like to more so dive into, it's more like an opening question. So we're going to go into your introduction and background. So the first question I have on this note would be, can you tell us a bit about your travel agency? So since you said that this is what you do, we would like to know some details about what you're doing exactly and how it came to operate in both France and Nigeria, as you said.
Okay. Like I said, I have a business, and the name of my business is BUJ Travel and Tours Limited. Just like the name is Travel and Tours, so the business is generally about travel business, anything that concerns traveling. Our business was incorporated in 2011 in Lagos, Nigeria. And the whole idea of the business did not just come up a day. One is something I had passion for because I happen to have a sister that worked with airline. So when I see her on her uniform going to work and all that, and there are some terms she used, I'm like, what's this? Like the alphabet, Alpha, Romeo, Tango. I'm like, oh, sounds interesting. But I was still in school then. And I always tell people that when you get into a business because people are doing it, you might not succeed. When you get into a business because you have passion for it, and also maybe you have demand for it, is a plus, especially when you have demand for it. It makes the business very easy. So I didn't get into the business because I wanted to. I got into the business because I had demand for what I don't know about. So I did not have a choice than to want to know about it so that I can provide the services. So registered a business was just because I had demand for it, and I had to say, okay, how do I go about it? So I had to call my sister. I said, sis, someone came to me now and said they want me to write a ticket for them. How is it done? She's like, well, thank God for my sister, because she didn't make it easy for me. She didn't just say, give it to me, let me write it. She's like, okay, I'm in Abuja now, you're in Lagos, you have to go to the airport. I said, airport? And I live very far from the airport. So fine. I went to the airport. I got there. I was still calling her. She said, go to the counter. Tell them this, tell them that. I was tired. I'm like, okay, sis, why can't you just do this for me? She said, no, tell them if you're facing any difficulty, call me. So after that, I called her. She said, okay, don't worry, you're there. Let me do the booking for you. Then she did it for me, gave me the fare. I quickly called the people and gave them the fare. Then I called again. I said, sis, sorry, am I not going to make money in this business? She's like, you would make money. I said, how will I make money? She said, load it. That was the term she used. I said, load. What is load? She said, add something to it. I said, okay, mark up. She said, fine. I said, okay. Then the ticket was about, I think, 40,000 each passengers. There were two of them. So I just told them 60,000 each. And they didn't negotiate. They're like, okay, write it. I said, okay. They made the transfer. I did the booking. I was going home with 40,000 naira. I had to take a drop. I was at the back of the car. I'm like, cool business, cool business. So I called my sister. I said, sis, I like this business, so maybe I'll go into. She said, you like money too much. I'm like, okay. I got home, like I said, it has to be passion and also demand for it. I got home, it was just like a miracle thing. Somebody called me again and like, my son wants to go to US. Do you know how we can do a ticket? I'm like, and I'm this person. I can never tell you I don't know how to do anything. I must look for a way to get it sorted out. I'm like, US. I said, okay. I said, yes, I know. Just like that, 1, 2, 3 things. I'm like, okay, why don't you do it properly? I said, okay, how do I do it properly? I really don't know how to do it properly. So I wrote 1 or 2 tickets. I relaxed again. I'm like, I wasn't actually looking for customer because it's not my line of business. I was doing other things like maybe buying and selling. I'm like, okay. Then my brother called me in Brazil and like, they want to bring in aircraft to Nigeria. His wife, a Brazilian woman, please, can you help us do all the paperwork and all that? I said, okay. I set out. During the course of the movement, they are like, what's the name of your company? Wow. I'm like, company. I said, I didn't tell them I don't have a company. I came back to my brother. My brother said, use my wife's company. And I said, okay. Then I think I need to involve a lawyer because of the writing thing. It's not my line. So when I submitted it, they're like, okay, accepted, approved. So, but we're still going to do other paperwork. They're like, okay, let's have the company registration. I brought the Brazilian company registration. They're like, no, it has to be a Nigerian registration. Mind you, I've been doing, letters with the company name. I had to look for a way to quickly register it. Getting to CAC, the company in my brother's wife's company in Brazil is Abuja, kind of. So when I gave it to CAC, they're like, no, it's the name of a state in the country, FCT for that matter, that I can't get it. I'm like, wow. And I'm already doing a letter. How do I change it? Then my lawyer just said, okay, let's remove the first A and the last A. So that is how that name BUJ came into existence. It has nothing to do with my name, nothing. That is how it is, because I needed something related to the name I've been using for that particular business. So, boom, BUJ Travel and Tours Limited came into existence.
Where economy just they fail. Come with Japa way no fit explain. You get brand where they sell we go pay. We go pay. Hey, look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me, go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money, they do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, where you there, so my manana, distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net.
Everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Like see things they share for this website. Let me go check out this website, man.
Okay, so I have a few questions on that note, if you will permit me. So I have questions based on what you said, but I want to come back to the question exactly. So I've answered a part of the question, and the next part I would like to know is operating in France and Nigeria. How did that come to be? So we've heard the Nigerian aspect, and how did you transition on that note to have another branch or section of your company elsewhere outside of Nigeria?
Okay, fine. Like everybody knows, France is one of the highest tourist destinations for people all over the world. At least there's this famous Eiffel Tower, Disney. Some people will say, see Paris and die. If you've not been to France, you've not gone to anywhere. So a lot of agencies in Nigeria, they were doing Dubai, that's Arab. They were doing maybe Ghana, Rwanda, and all that. I'm like, let me do something different. Let me do Europe, which is Paris. I said, okay, before I do that, let me come to France and visit France myself. I came to France. I had to talk to 1 or 2 tour agency and all that. Along the line, I met with some people. They are like, oh, you're into travel and tours. Can you help us to be doing this, doing that? I'm like, oh, wow, I can. So I visited France the second time. I'm like, okay, this is a very good destination. I think I can sell this destination. So I started selling Paris. I started selling tours, tickets, hotels in Paris. So afterwards, I came in to study here, and I came in to study the same course, which is my master's in tourism and hospitality. So like studying, my lecture is not every day. So I was still doing my business part-time. So I just decided, okay, why don't you set up your company here so that when people come in from all over the world and they want to do tours, you're here, you're there. So you can always, do anything they want to do. But like when you're there in France, you can go to the airport, pick them up, take them to tours, their hotels and all that. So it was just the whole idea of let me do something different. And because France is a very popular destination, that's why I chose France.
Okay, so from what you said, I would like to assume, because I know you said something about you don't refuse things and you basically take the bull by the horn, in essence, if I'm to describe that. So would you say that your drive and basically your interest was motivated by your sister, in terms of curiosity as regards the terminology she used? And also, did you was the second part motivation? Was it more so the venture being lucrative? What was that? What would you, if you want to summarize that in 2 words, what would you say basically stirred your interest in this direction?
The thing is just I'm lucrative. I'm also a go-getter, and I don't say no when it comes to business. I don't.
Okay, so you also mentioned something about your accreditation or certification. You actually took a course in the domain. So was the course before you venturing, or did you venture and then take the course? So what was that journey like? Because it's quite interesting that you said that you're certified within that field.
Yes, yeah, because actually I studied geography and regional planning at BSc level. But if you look at geography, it still has to do with the world. And for you to know the world, of course, you need to travel to know the world. And, so it's still related to the travel and tours while I was in Nigeria. But when I came in here and started doing when I came in here on tour, immediately I went back. A lot of people were like, we saw your pictures, you went to Paris. Please, can you help us do like a visa process, ticket and all that to Paris? I did for families, I did for singles, I did for corporate people. I'm like, okay, let me set up my company. But I didn't set up the company first, because in France, you have to have your diploma before you set up your company. So I was doing it on part-time, even when I had not registered the company. But I had to finish my master's before registering the company. So I am certified both in Nigeria and also in France.
Okay, so that's interesting. So thank you so much for that. So I would like to transition to the next question. So we're still in the introductory phase, and as I said, that this is going to span multiple series. So let's see the most we can cover today. So you've talked about your inspiration, which was actually the second question I had for you. So most times people tend to dive into that immediately. So I would like to ask you, so how does operating in both European and African markets shape your business strategy? That must be a whole lot, having to think about it.
Well, actually, when it comes to travel and tours, especially, let me pick some aspects in travel and tours. We have the ticketing, we have the hotel reservation, we have the travel insurance, we also have the tour. Now, when it comes to ticketing, of course, it's electronic. It's gone up the days when we do these paper tickets where you have to go to the airport, buy and all that. And as a certified registered travel agency, when you register, you have your GDS, which is our global distribution system, where we make our bookings and issue our ticket. So issuing ticket is something you can do from anywhere. So I really don't have to be here. I really don't have to be here to perform my duty. I can be anywhere. And I can be anywhere to do my ticket. I can be anywhere to do my hotel and everything. So ticketing is really, really easy because everything is electronics. I can do it. I have the mobile one, so I can even do it with my phone. So issuing ticket for somebody in Nigeria, booking a tour for somebody in Nigeria from anywhere is very easy. So location does not really, affect the business, no, at all. Okay. All you need is internet and your mobile phone.
Marketing strategies, are there any variations? I imagine that because the culture and the dynamics of things are quite different. I understand you mentioned the internet space, but would you say there is any level of variations in terms of steps and complexities when dealing with the two continents?
Okay, fine. The thing is just that the continent where I come from is Africa, and the country in Africa where I come from is Nigeria, a very large one for that matter. Nigerians have the highest number of travelers. Like Nigerians visit there's no part of the world you will not see Nigerians. So it makes business very easy for me because now my customers are basically Nigerians. It's not like they're Nigerians. Yes, I have other, customers from other countries, but basically Nigerians. So dealing with Nigerian customers, because I started from Nigerians, Nigeria already have the ground. And most times, because I've been in this business for a long time, 2011 to now is like 14 years. So I have my customers already. So my customers give me customers. So basically, the strategies that has been working for me is referrals. When people refer people to me, it makes it easy for me. They are just like, go and meet BUJ, tell her what you want, and that's all. So it's been working for me.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much. So that's the first section, and we're done with the introductory phase. And just before we proceed, we would like to take a short break to see the advert of our guest. And so please stay tuned with us, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
It's a beautiful day. I'm the CEO of BUJ Travel and Tours Limited. At BUJ Travel and Tours, we are dedicated to offering great services to our clients in order to help them achieve their travel dreams. Our service includes air ticketing, both local and international tickets, travel health insurance, study abroad packages, visa assistance, hotel reservation, and every other travel services. You can contact us on our website www.bujworldwide.com. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, so we're back, and next we want to move on to the next section of our discussion today. So obviously, with this type of business you run, there's the aspect of services, and it's important to have a little on the intricacies as you dispense your services. So the next question I would have for you under the subsection is more so your agency. Does it offer a wide range of services? I know you mentioned that, so if you can shed some more light and go into a little bit more detail on that. So you have ticketing services. You also have, I imagine that I think in the brief, we actually saw something about luxury shopping. I would like for you to actually shed some light on that. And of course, I'm sure people will be looking to actually access the services, not being able to travel or having some level of inconveniences. So I would like for you to actually elaborate on this as well. So another question is, how do you manage such a diverse portfolio? So let's start with the first part.
Okay, are you talking about the luxury services, luxury shoppers?
Yes, I would like to know about that, and also if you can elaborate on some of your services as well.
Okay, right. Okay, let me just give you the list of the services we render: air ticketing, both local and international; hotel reservation; travel health insurance; tour package; holiday resort planning; airport protocol; luxury shopping services. Like we assist shoppers, especially luxury shoppers. Now, when it comes to the luxury services, the reason why the luxury service has to come in is because of the location. That's the location where my business is, which is Paris. Everybody knows Paris as a luxury, as a country where you can come and shop for your luxury goods. So when most of my customers, my passengers come into Paris, they're like, where can I get this? Where can I get that? So I just thought of it. I'm like, instead of just telling them, go here, as a business person, like I told you, most of the things I venture into, I always have demand before I always have demand before I supply. Let's put it that way. So when they said luxury, I said, okay, fine. So I had to go to the luxury shop. Here we have Galerie Lafayette. That is one of the biggest, luxury, we call it, we call it magazine or something, in France here. So I had to go there, talk to some of the designers like Gucci, LV, Christian Dior, Prada, I told them I'm a luxury shopper. Can I get discount and all that? I was like, you have to register. I did all the necessary things. So when my clients are coming in, I make sure I add the package for them. So they will say, okay, is it going to be a bit cheaper or something? I'll tell them, okay, fine. I can help you do like a tax refund and all that. So it has even made a lot of my passengers that are not into designer outfits, because they know that when they get here, they could get it cheaper. They could get a tax refund. They're like, okay, let me save towards it. And they come in. After that, I take them there. And trust Paris, they are very good at their marketing, they are very good at, entertaining you. Once you get there, they give you champagne and all that. Even when you don't want to buy, you end up buying. So all those, like, it attracts them. So when they go back, they tell their friends, when you get to Paris, just let her take you to Gucci, take you here. You can get it at a good rate, maybe discounted. Even if it's not discounted, you get a tax refund. So it's not really difficult, because where I am is the luxury. Where I am is the home of luxury.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about your portfolio now. So I may have a few questions, but I just want to really go through most of the questions I have prepared for you, at least for this first half. So let's talk about your portfolio. How are you able to manage efficiently such a large diversity?
Okay, yeah, I have my workers, my staff, but everybody works from home because, like I said, the business is all about online. So I am the CEO, I'm on my phone 24/7, seeing everything that is going on. The ones that are in charge of the ticketing, I can just quickly send them the booking. They make the reservation sent to me. Whatever I want to do is very easy, because we have I created like a WhatsApp group for I and my staff. So once I have anything, I send it there. Before I get the quote I sent to the client, and the client said, okay, let's issue, we'll do it. So it's really been easy. So like I said, is an online thing. So, anything that is online and anything service is quite easier. Like I tell people, compared to products where I have to go and buy the goods and then start, counting how much did I sell, what is left and all that. So it's really not difficult.
Okay.
For me.
I just have a quick question before I transition to the next question I have for you. You made a reference on the reference to the luxury shopping. So I know you actually, based on your narration, people will come in. You are able to throw in that package to see if they will be interested. And obviously, since you have a working arrangement with most of the stores you spoke about situated in Paris, are you able to tend to people back home for people who are looking to shop and have those things delivered? Is that possible?
No, I don't do that. I only do for when you come in, I take you to the stores and get for you. Or probably if you're here, you're in your hotel, I can go shop for you and bring it back to you. But I don't do the one you buy and then send to Nigeria. No, I don't do that.
Okay, that's fine. So now let's talk about ticketing. So ticketing services, it's a very large domain. Everybody is in it. Of course, we had that era of difficulty during the pandemic season, which actually affected a lot of businesses in this trade. But we're back again, and things are becoming as competitive as they were before. So what makes your offerings stand out in such a competitive field? What would you say? How are you able to stand out and really get that level of patronage which you speak of?
Okay, well, the thing is just that when a customer, we call it passenger anyway, we call them passengers. So when they come to you, they're like, please, madam, get me cheap ticket though. I saw it online at this price, You know what I told them? I said, don't worry, relax. I said, okay, how much did you get it? You told me. What you see online is the public fare. That's what people don't know. We work from the back office because we have the GDS. Like there's Galileo, there's Amadeus, there's Zebra. I use Galileo, I use Amadeus. There you're going to see the airline, you see the seats available. At times when I tell my passengers, I tell them, see, they have cheapest economy. You can say you want economy ticket. We have different classes of economy ticket. The one you're seeing online, they can just pick any economy seat and give you. But if you come to me, I'll make sure I give you the cheapest seat available. Now, most times I can ask you, what's your budget? I work with your budget. Overnight, I'm awake, trying to see if a cheaper seat is going to drop. So by the time I get something cheaper and you say you saw it online, maybe at 950 and I'm giving you at 750, of course you'll buy from me. So the effort I put in to make sure I get something cheaper makes a lot of customers like, okay, just go to BUJ. Don't worry, that thing you saw online, you will still see she's going to give you a discount. They think I'm actually giving them discount. I'm not giving them discount. It's because I take my time to look for a cheaper seat. I don't rush to issue tickets. When you pay me, I go all the way to say, okay, let me see if I'm going to get something cheaper for this passenger. So once I get it cheaper, I give it looks like it's a discount because it's cheaper, of course. But it doesn't mean I still don't get my commission because, of course, airline pays us commission when we issue tickets.
Okay. Okay. So I imagine that this is the standard for most of the services you
Yes,
offer.
because
so, yes.
Yeah, online, there's no commission. So the people online, they also work from the back office. They have their, they have, they check from the system, the fare they get there, they put out the one they want you to see. And another thing I tell people, like most of my passengers, they now know it. They say, go to BUJ. It's not all about going online to buy tickets. When you go online to buy tickets, you don't even know the transit time. You don't even know the airport they're going to, your layover airport and all that. At times, like especially for people traveling to maybe Canada, they go online and they see United Airlines is cheap and they issue it. Of course, the airline, yes, they will carry you, but by the time you get somewhere, you're stuck because they are going to request for your US visa. If you don't have a US visa and you're traveling United Airlines, you cannot continue that journey. You have to buy another ticket afresh. We talk about people going to UK, they go online, they say KLM is cheaper, they buy it. And by the time they get to airport, they tell them, do you have a transit visa to transit? They're like, they don't know. But when you come to us, we're able to tell you, let me see your visa. Do you have a transit visa? You don't have a transit visa. We give you the right route to travel with where you don't need a transit visa and it's stress-free. So people that understand it will say, let me go. And again, another thing, we have some people who miss their flight. They're like, madam, I missed my flight. There and there, I can tell you, wait at the airport. Let me see if I can reconfirm your ticket. I'll quickly look for another date or another time and make sure I reschedule your ticket there. You're able to travel again. But most times when you buy online, who are you going to call? You probably send mail, do this, do that. It might take them 24 hours or 48 hours. You go back home, or you even pay more. But when you have, and for we agency, you have direct contact. You can call me at 2 a.m. That's the thing. Anybody that knows BUJ will tell you BUJ does not sleep. I cannot have my passenger traveling at 2 a.m. and I will be sleeping. No, I have to be awake. In case the passenger calls me and said, madam, I'm stuck, or madam, please, could you help me with this? I'll do it. And I'll check your time. When I know the time you're getting to your destination, I send you a message or call you and said, have you arrived? You said yes. So that is how it works. So those are the special things I do that makes these people come back to me, even if they see it at even most times, even if they see it cheaper online, they say, no, let's go to BUJ. I don't want to buy something cheap. At the end of the day, maybe there'll be one mistake. I'll pay more than, what I plan to pay for.
I think so. We can safely say that you have your customers at heart and you're
Exactly.
investing in customer service and making sure you have a good delivery serve as a good reference for the next. And I think that's one of the things we don't see often. People just want to take their money and leave. And also, I think you mentioned one of the intricacies, which I think many people don't know, is because most times if you're boarding an airline, the airline has to land at that country and then move over to another place, and you must have the documents to actually validate your presence in that country. So I think it's a very interesting thing that you've brought out today. Okay, so let's move over to hotel reservations and bookings. So this is a subject that can vary widely when it comes to price. So we're also on the notion of price, and also based on your service, which you've listed, the kind of things and the things you ensure for your customers or for your prospective clients. We also have the subject of quality. So how do you ensure clients get the best value? So I don't want to assume, is this the same approach? What do you do exactly? So I would like for you to speak on that.
Okay, what I do is when you say you want me to book hotel for you, first I'm going to ask you your budget. Your budget determines the class of hotel I'm going to book for you. And also, we have 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. then Airbnb and all that. So I tell you, what is your budget? So take, for instance, if you're coming to France and you tell me your budget is 150 euro, of course you should be staying in a 4-star hotel. Even at 120 euro, 4-star. But when you say your budget is like 80 something, that's 3-star. So budget is very important when it comes to hotel.
And that is budget per night?
Yes, per night,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so is there any more to be said on that, or is there any more?
And then another
Yes.
thing is, if you, I will also ask you, if you're traveling for business, if you're traveling maybe, for vacation and all that, determines where the hotel I'm going to book for you would be. If you're coming to Paris, of course, I'll make sure your hotel, let's say hotel that is close to the train station, a hotel that is close to the center commercial. So those are the things I'm going to put into consideration when booking hotel for you, because I know that, doing Uber or Bolt or taking a cab abroad is expensive. So, but I make sure like your hotel is very close to the train station so that you can have a train ticket to get to all the places you want to visit. And also, some people, the hotel that is also close to beautiful restaurants and all that. So those are the things I put into consideration.
Okay, so I know you spoke about depending on where they are arriving at, and which would have a heavy influence on the type of hotel, on also a reference to proximity. I just have a question for you. Is when it comes to the subject of tourism, which is what most people travel out for, say a significant percentage of the time, do you recommend locations for people, and hence the choice of booking hotels? Have you ever, is this part of your services to say, oh, okay, I know everybody's coming to Paris. Do you ever consider, tell people to consider other locations within a specific country? And of course, and within, given this discussion, France.
Yes, I do, because, getting visas from Nigeria is not really easy, especially for people that don't have travel histories. So if you come to me, you're traveling for the first time and you tell me you want to come to France, Paris, the first thing I'm going to do is to profile you, to know if you're qualified for that particular destination. After profiling you, if you're not qualified, then I can advise and say, okay, you know what? Why don't you start from African countries or Arab countries where their visas is easier, so that you can have a travel history? So there are times I do that. I advise you on the location.
Okay.
And it has really helped a lot of them.
All right. Okay, so I have two more questions for you, and then we can close out for this first part of our discussion. And obviously, we're going to be continuing on with more discussions on other topics on the subject. So the next question I have for you, just quickly, is what really goes into designing a successful tour package or holiday resort plan for your clients?
Okay, well, when you talk about tour package, the basic things you need for a tour is if it's for a destination that requires a visa, is your visa, your ticket, hotel, and tour tickets. So once I'm able to put this together, then your package is ready. Also, you have to give me your travel date, because the travel date determines the cost of the ticket. Also, the travel date determines if the hotel will be available, and also the cost of the hotel. So these are the things I put together. So the first thing I'll ask you, let me have your travel date. Let me know how long you want to stay on that trip. So let's say you're traveling to stay for 7 days. So hotel, of course, is going to be 7 days. Your ticket, I'll use the date to check your fare. So doing a total, tour, I have to get the cost of the ticket, the hotel. Then if you're doing 7 days, then of course you should have like 3 tours, so that maybe the first day you rest, the second day you go on a tour, the third day, fourth day, then maybe you can do shopping, rest then before you go back to your, before you travel back to wherever you came from. You understand? So that is how it is. So it's just getting your dates and also how many days you're going to spend. That's what determines the whole package.
Okay, so I imagine that these dates have some obviously bearing to
Yes,
festivity seasons, which are actually more
yes,
expensive.
we have the peak period. So most times I advise, if you know you want to travel during the peak period, it's better you do all your bookings and reservations on time so that you can get it cheaper.
Okay, just before we close out, so the last question, and after I'm going to give you a moment to actually give a few advices to those watching. Of course, we're trying to encourage enterprise on this channel, and to see what kind of advice can you leave them for the day. And this will be the standard for the next parts we'll have together. And I would like for you to actually have something prepared for our viewers. So before we get to that, I would like you to kindly walk us through how you're able to assist clients with travel healthcare insurance. This is very key and very important.
Yeah, the thing is just that it's not every country that requires travel health insurance. But like all the countries in Europe, you must get a travel health insurance. It's important. Even from the visa, you must get a travel. It's one of the basic requirements to get a visa, to obtain a visa to travel to Europe. So getting it, we have a lot of insurance company, but I use Alliance. So I'm an agent. So what I do is when I book for an insurance, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, I'm paid commission. So I get a very cheap, my insurance, I think, is really, really very cheap. So when I want to do insurance, it's very easy. I still don't need to go to the office. It's still online. It's just sending them all the details of the passenger and make the payment. And once the insurance is ready, they send to me. I send to the passenger and I get my commission. So then, okay, I think that's all. It's just as easy as that.
Okay, I think it's safe to call you the jack of all trades. I think you are within specific sectors.
No, it's not. I'm not a jack of all trade because everything I'm doing is still has to do with travel. I'm not. I'm not doing farming. If you must travel, insurance is part of it. Ticket is part of it. Hotel is part of it. Luxury, of course, you have to look good. You have to, buy clothes, maybe brand of the country where you visited and all that. So everything I'm doing is still
within the
on
domain.
that. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So we're about to close out, and just before we do that, we like to leave a moment for our guests to actually speak to the audience, share your details, how you have a lot you're doing, and it's I think one of the things I would like to discuss also is the Japa syndrome. So I think that's very interesting, and based on what you're doing, I'm sure you're going to be having a lot of clients on this note. So do you have, how can people get across to you? People want to school, travel, I imagine you do that, but obviously we're going to discuss that in the next part. So how can people get across to you? Do you have your social media? Can you share that? Do you have a phone number people can reach you on? The floor is yours. And of course, please be sure to leave an advice for those who would like to venture into your business. Thank you.
Well, the easiest way to contact us, BUJ Travel and Tours, is our website, which is www.bujworldwide.com. From our website, of course, is going to bring you direct to my WhatsApp. And I think that is just a direct contact. Yes, we have Instagram, Facebook, but I prefer the WhatsApp because there's a place where you have to send a message and I receive the message and I'm able to attend to you from there.
Okay, so what would you advise someone wanting to venture? You had your inspiration, and for those who don't have that much drive, what can you leave as a nugget for today? What would you have to say to our audience? So for those looking to venture into your trade.
Well, what I have to tell people looking to venture into my trade, like I said, Nigerians especially have this syndrome of everybody's selling pure water and making money. Let me sell pure water. No, you'll be disappointed. Like I said, demand first. You must have demand for something before you venture into it. So first, go and get your customers. When you get your customers, come back to me. BUJ, we have what we call Travel Entrepreneur. It's a training school where we train you how to become a travel agency. So get your customers first and come back to us. We'll help you from there.
Okay, so thank you so much, BUJ. And I wasn't wrong in calling you the jack of all trades. So I think I have to relegate that into the domain. So now you have a training program. So I wasn't wrong. So thank you so much. And of course, our viewers, if you would like to come on board to have a chat, you feel free to do that. And of course, show your love, like, subscribe, and of course, share. Thank you so much once again, and do have a lovely day.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, my name is Taruar of your Shaw Kids Garden. Okay, my name is Taruar, the cool one. Yeah, I said it. I'm the cool one. Yeah. Okay, so just kidding, by the way. Gotta be humble here. Okay, so now my name is Taruar, and I'm the guy with the announcements, the informations, and the reminders. So, speaking of reminders, if you are yet to subscribe to all our platforms, subscribe to us and follow us on TikTok at YeshaKidsGarden.ykg, Instagram, YeshaKidsGarden, and lastly, on YouTube. Come on, you want to take a guess? Yesha Kids Garden as well. Okay, so follow us on all these platforms. It's really that easy. This way, you never miss out on anything. So come on now, it's just a button. Click it. Click the subscribe. Click the follow. Come on now. Click it. Click it. Click it. Come on, click it. Alright, so now the announcements. In some time and over a period of time, we will be organizing some quiz which you will have the chance to participate in. Alright, so now what will the quizzes be based on? It will be based on what we've learned so far. I will be the host, and I will be asking the questions based on all we have treated in the past. So people with the correct answers will be selected at random for a gift or cash prize, which will be issued by our sponsor for today. So, just before we introduce you to our sponsor, in case you would like to join our community, WhatsApp to be precise, or follow our channel on WhatsApp as well, the link is in the description. Come on now, be with the cool team. Yeah, the cool team. Okay, now back to our sponsor. So now, who is our sponsor? Who is that awesome entity, or what is that awesome entity that is helping us out, or that is showing us the great support that we need to make this show a success? So now let's get to it. Our sponsor for today, and our primary sponsor in all, is DistressSales.net, a platform where you can buy distress sales items. Also sell, of course. And you know what? Sign up is free. Who does that if not DistressSales.net? So join in today, join their platform, and actually see and sell, view, and buy. Okay, distress sales items. Okay, so check it out. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what they do, their advert will be right on the side over here, and I'm just gonna be here keeping quiet. Right on the side here will be their advert. That way you understand what they're really all about. Okay. Alright, so I'll be on the side.
where economy just they fail. Come with Japa way no fit explain. You get brand where they sell we go pay. We go pay, go pay, go pay. Hey, look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money to do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, where you there so. My manana, distress sales. My manana, distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net.
Everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Like say things they share for this website. Let me go check out this website, man.